let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that drives every manager crazy. You pour a ton of time and money into training your people, and then, poof, the skills just seem to evaporate. So we're going to look at why that happens, and more importantly, how to actually fix it.
Does this sound familiar? You find a great course for one of your team members. They come back all fired up, full of new ideas. But then a week, maybe 2 weeks go by, and you ask them about it, and you get that look. You know the one, the blank stare. It's like the training never even happened. What is going on there?
Well, you could call it the training black hole. Yeah, it's this weird void where all that investment, all that fresh knowledge, all that potential just disappears right after the training session wraps up. And look, it's not because we aren't trying. We think we're doing everything right. We're giving our people the best tools we can, the newest techniques, all the knowledge they need to get ahead. The ambition is definitely there.
But here's the kicker. All that new information, it's kind of like water. If you don't have a cup to hold it in, a system to anchor it to their actual everyday work, it just slips right through their fingers. The learning has absolutely nowhere to stick.
So, how do we fix the leak? Well, for the answer, we can actually look back to the legendary management guru W. Edwards Deming. He had a super clear diagnosis for this exact problem, like decades ago.
And this pretty much sums it all up, doesn't it? Giving someone training without giving them feedback is like trying to hit a target while you're wearing a blindfold. I mean, you could have the best bow and arrow in the world, but if you have no clue where your shots are landing, how are you ever going to get better? You're just shooting into the dark.
Now, check out how this slide really lays out the two paths you can take. Over on the left, training by itself, it's just an expense, a temporary one at that. Knowledge gets forgotten, you get a lot of activity, but no real results. But look at the right side. When you add feedback to the mix, suddenly that training becomes a long-term investment. Knowledge turns into real skills, and you get actual, measurable improvement in performance. It's a night and day difference.
So the solution isn't to stop training, not at all. It's to support it with a really simple but powerful framework. Let's break down this three-part fix that'll turn that expense into a real investment.
So here they are, the three pillars: targeted training, immediate application, and real-time feedback. It's not complicated, but the magic, the real secret sauce, is in doing all three of them together. You can't skip a step. It's like a three-legged stool.
Okay, first up, targeted training. This just means we have to stop the whole one-size-fits-all approach. Instead of some general course, we got to focus on the one, maybe two specific skills that will make the biggest impact for that person, right now.
Second, and this is so critical, is immediate application. The person has to get a chance to use that new skill almost immediately. The theory has to hit reality, and it has to hit it fast. You can't let that knowledge get cold.
And third, this is the one everybody misses: real-time feedback. We're not talking about waiting for the quarterly review or the annual performance chat. No way. This is about watching them apply the skill and giving them guidance right there, in the moment. You know, a quick, "Hey, that was perfect," or "Next time, maybe try it this way." That is what makes the learning stick.
You know, there's another way to think about this whole thing that I find really helpful. It's looking at it through the lens of ambition versus discipline. It really clarifies what our role as a manager is. Just about every manager has ambition, right? We want our teams to get better, so we sign them up for training. It feels productive, it shows you care, and let's be honest, it's the easy part.
But discipline, well, that's another story. Very few managers have the discipline. Because discipline is the hard part. It's the follow-up. It's taking the time every single day to watch, to ask questions, and to give that crucial real-time feedback on how they're actually using what they learned.
So, if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this line. Training is the ambition. It's the desire to improve. Feedback is the discipline. It's the work that makes improvement actually happen. One without the other is just a waste of time and money.
And I mean, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? The results you get from ambition alone, from just providing the training, they're tiny. You might get a little bump, maybe. But when you combine that ambition with the discipline of feedback, whoa, the results aren't just a little better. They're on a completely different level. That's where you see real transformation. Okay, so the theory makes sense, but how do we actually make this happen? What's the first practical step you can take to put all this into action, like right now?
Simple. For the very next training you schedule for anyone on your team, don't just click book. Stop. Take out a piece of paper and answer these three questions. 1. What is the one targeted skill we're working on? 2.
Where specifically in their job are they going to apply it next week? And 3, when and how am I, as their manager, going to give them feedback on it?
That's it. That simple 3-question plan. That's the whole game. It's the system that catches the knowledge before it slips away. This is the fundamental difference between training that's gone by Friday and training that actually transforms someone's performance for good.
So, I'll leave you with a challenge. Don't even wait for the next training session. Just think about this. What is one small, specific piece of feedback you can give someone on your team tomorrow to help them with a skill they already have? Start there, because that's how the discipline begins.